Hey guys, happy Sunday. Jess with Cotech Time here, and I am going to be showing you guys a different kind of double-sided adhesive that I found for the larger size cups. So before I used 2 pieces of the Elizabeth Craft design in order to make this cup, and it did come out fine, but I wanted to see if there was anything out there that was a little bit bigger. So I found cat training pads. So this is double-sided and it comes in a pretty large pack. Comes with 3 sizes in there. The first one is about 6 inches wide. I think it's like 24 inches long, maybe 15. The next one is just under, well, it's right around 9 inches wide. And then the biggest sheet that comes in the pack is 12 inches wide. And I want to say these are like 15 inches long. So they're pretty big. Let's see here. So I laid it out on my Cricut mat and I cut the template for a big 35 ounce, and then I cut off my excess. So I did use the biggest mat, so that's my excess that I cut off. It does separate pretty nice, and it has a decent thickness to it. It is flexible, so it does wrap around nicely, which I did like that. So what I have is I went ahead and I cut my design, and I went ahead and I wrapped it already on here, since I've shown in previous videos kind of how I wrap everything. I did the same thing. The only thing that I did differently when I wrapped this one is I put a piece of black electrical tape along my seam right here, because all of this is going to be white and I don't want any of my other color to come in. I did go ahead and mark, I don't know if you can see, the colors that I want. This is the, I think it's called the Diametric. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I did get it from LB Creates. I'm going to be doing a little bit different of a design with this one. So I did a couple extra cuts through the diamonds on here, and I'm going to do it like I always have done it, where I'm going to go darkest colors first and then go in with my lighter colors. So let's see how this stuff works. Move you guys down. I'm only using 3 colors on this one. I've got red, white, and gold. And for the red, I'm just going to be attempting to pull it up, and like I said, I'm doing a little bit different design. So I'm going to be pulling my red kind of all the way down in a row almost. I did do this on a painted white base, and I'm just pulling this up. When I did my first one, I wasn't 100% sure where I wanted all my colors, and so templating it out definitely does help. But when I saw it, I was like, looks a little bit like a circus tent. So I'm going to be trying to create, call it a circus tent. And as always, I'm just kind of going all the way around. hopefully this product works good, because if it does, then it does save having to put down 2 sheets, because it does come pretty big, which is nice. There. My top layer is coming off good. I used the washi 0.06 setting. For this, so that came out good. Area of red. So I have all my bottoms pulled. And this one, this glitter I think I just got from a local craft store, one of the big box chains. The glitter seems to be adhering pretty well. Hopefully this will alleviate having to use 2 sheets. The 2 sheets, like I said, it worked fine, but anything we can do to kind of improve what we're working on is always beneficial. If this comes out good, my plan is to order the fake popcorn and try to do the fake popcorn top. Now up top I have a couple spots as well that are going to have the red. So I'm just going to go around and pull those really quick. always try to do my darkest colors first, especially when I know the design that I'm working on. Just saves you in the end of any of the darker colors adhering to any part. You don't want it. Again, I'm only using 3 colors. This is a coarse red glitter instead of like a fine red. Sometimes the coarser glitters do have some nicer coverage. I did have some lumps in the top part of this, just like I did with the Elizabeth craft. I did try to change the size just a hair, but for whatever reason, it just kind of lumps up a little bit. Clean up my red. Next color I'm going to be using is a gold. The gold I purchased from Hobby Lobby that I'm using. And I've got 3 areas on the cup that are going to be gold, and everything else that you see that's currently white, I'm leaving white. Like I said, I'm kind of going for that circus tent theme. So the white will be the last that I'll do. And I lost you guys. I don't know what happened there, so. Maybe my phone's getting too full. And I'm just pouring the stuff on. I know I don't have to be super exact because of the material I'm using. Obviously, if you were using anything else, it might be a little bit more difficult. A lot of us make our cups in our spare time, so anything we can find to kind of make that process a little bit faster, I think is helpful. So I am just going to brush this off. I think sometimes brushing it off takes just as long as putting it on. The only place I plan on using Mod Podge on this cup is going to be at the bottom. And I got a glitter mess going on. I'm going to go in with my final color. I think I'm just going to start at the top. And I think I'm not going to pull as much because there is going to be so much white. My white, it's like a white with a silver. Another coarse one. This is the and I usually just keep going around until I don't feel anything sticky. So there's the top, very subtle white. I do not know why this keeps stopping. I probably need to go through and clear out my photos or something. Do my center. If the center dies, I'm just gonna pop back on, I think, when it's done. That is where my seam was, and putting the electrical tape down did help keep any carryover colors. It is a bigger area. So obviously the giant white area is kind of where I'm going to be placing my decal. I didn't want anything to distract it from it. almost done. Okay, so after the video dying, I don't know how many times, you think you caught me at the very end of finishing my white. Again, I am making this to look like a circus tent. The design, the only thing I did different is anywhere in this area, I took an X-Acto and I cut so that this line would keep going. So I cut there, there, there in order to have this line keep going. I have either this decal that I will put on or this decal that I will put on. And that is my cool new material to use for the bigger cups. Cat training pads, Amazon. The design again is from LB Create. She makes amazing templates. I'll post her up when she's all done.